a long time. So yeah,
No,
so
for
Jikku,
me, that was a really short time.
for you it was a short time.
Yeah, you know
Jikku,
how I was.
yeah. So Jikku cleared PMP with all above target today. Today he cleared PMP like few hours ago. People above target, process above target, business environment above target. Now the journey of Jikku is very dear to me. Why? Let me tell you, it was 1st of January, and I even haven't opened my registration for anyone. And I received email, I guess, Jiku, right?
No, WhatsApp,
No,
WhatsApp.
message, WhatsApp message, a long WhatsApp message for someone. And he said that I want to join one-to-one program. I said, okay. He was the first one-to-one student in 2021 and joined on 1st of January. I told him that I'm not gonna start before 15th of January because I myself is preparing for uh, a PMI ACP and I want to prepare. He said, I am not in a hurry. I said, okay. So he registered it, and from 15th of January, we have been working.
Yeah,
From 15th of January, we have been
absolutely.
working. And like initially, the journey was straightforward, like anyone is doing. Jiku and I was working on it. It took nearly 1 month, and Jiku was very well prepared. But then the unplanned risk happened. The first so the first risk, like the COVID was extreme, especially in the area where Jiku is. So everything was closed. He does not want to give the exam by center or by online. He wanted to give exam only in center,
At the center. Yeah,
so at the center. So at the center, everything was closed, not possible. And he booked exam for April. He said, "I want to give before Easter." Yeah,
yeah,
I still remember.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
But
still remember. I want to give before Easter.
but
Now
you
in the
told me
mean,
I'm not ready.
yeah, but you still said, okay, I'll see. So the centers were not available. Then what happened? Then when he was ready after Easter, I said, book the exam. He showed me a videos that my home is here. A heavy, was it tornado? What was it?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a kind of a flood. Yeah,
That was kind of a flood. Okay.
yeah.
So the flood came there, and again for 15 to 1 month, Jiku was busy. And this is not the single case. Now, Jiku is basically from France. He's an Indian who works in France. He came
Canada,
back
Canada,
to
Canada.
Canada. So he came back to India because his father is ill, and all the time. Meanwhile, whenever we have a class, sometime he's always busy. A very, very great son, I have to say that. Always looking after for his father, and in the meantime, all these things happening. Then, okay, so April is done. Jiku booked the exam for May. Jiku for the first time.
June,
Okay, so he booked the exam for June.
June
He's in
16.
April. He booked the exam for June, and we are approaching, doing all the mocks in the market, everything. And as we approach towards the
June.
agreed month, June, suddenly he got an email that everything is closed. So he said, "Okay, let's book for July." I said, "No, look at some other places." But he said, "No, I cannot go because of COVID. I cannot go." So he looked in July, nothing. He booked the exam for July. Again, the same thing happened. Again, cancelled. And finally, he booked the exam for August. And today, today was the day. I always, whenever his exam was cancelled, I only say him just one line. Good things take time.
I
Good,
remember.
yeah, good things take time.
Mm.
And this is the good thing. Because I still remember the first day. Like, I would say even the first week, the biggest challenge for Jiku was his mindset. Like, Jiku keep on saying me, I am basically a banking guy. Right, Jiku?
Yeah, finance. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a finance guy. I don't know these predictive waterfall engineering thing. So I keep on saying it does not matter. It does not matter. And today, Jiku, you will believe that it does not matter. You cleared
yeah.
PMP with all above target. So that was my point of view. Jiku, why don't you share your journey?
Yeah. The whatever you were telling is absolutely right. I have put the December 31st. I had attempted for the first time. That was in Hyderabad, India, and I had posted the mark list on our group, and that was kind of everything was kind of fail. You need improvement. You need improvement. Influencing needs improvement, planning was below target, executing was needs improvement, monitoring and control was needs improvement, and closing needs improvement. Okay, fine. I thought I can do
Can I show
this.
it? Jiku, can I show it? I just saw
Yeah,
it at
you can.
what?
I have put it in the group. I have put it in the
Yeah,
group.
let me put it here for everyone. Let me, yeah. So this is what Jiku is talking about. Initiation needs improvement, planning needs below target, execution below target, monitoring and control below target, needs improvement below target. 31st December, Jiku Roy. And now the next picture. The next is a good one. Jikku Roy, 3rd of August, people above target, process above target, business environment above. This is beautiful, Jikku. Yes, please go ahead, Jikku. Continue.
And see, when I started this journey of PMP, because I have other degrees too, like two MBAs. I have two diplomas from UK, one MBA from Canada. Then I have other certifications, but all was in the line of subject and experience what I had. And when I opened, I bought this book. So when I heard about PMP, I bought this book. Uh,
Rita McCall, the
this
10th edition.
Rita, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
right.
I went through the book. I went through the book. I wrote her exam, whatever, because I don't know anything about PMP. So whatever mock exams were given at the end of each chapter, I went through that. I cleared. I was able to clear everything. And then I thought, okay, let me write the exam. I know everything. I went and wrote. I went and wrote when I completed the exam in around 2 hours 30 minutes. That was in Hyderabad. I was thinking, what the heck, such an easy exam. Then I processed the result. It showed I failed. What the heck I was thinking?
The result
Uh,
was entirely different.
I was shocked. And I was sitting at the airport thinking, wow, this is the first time after maybe some years of my schooling, I failed in a subject. And I was kind of really sad. And I was sitting at the airport, what to do. Then I was going through videos of people. Suddenly, I saw one video. Do you want to pass PMP in so and so time? And that's the time I saw a video wherein a doctor, an MBBS doctor, who cleared her PMP.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and I was thinking, how come this happened? How is that lady able to clear that to a doctor? And I, being a finance professional, not able to clear it because for her it has to be completely Greek and Latin. I have at least some experience in an IT company where I was head of finance for an IT company. Then that's how then I saw a lot of non-technical guys clearing PMP who was coached by you. Then I thought, yeah, this is the person for me than any other kind of person from US or Canada or any other parts of the world. Um, yeah, Jan 15th it started. I can tell you, there were times, you know very well, that I wanted to quit this. I told you this is enough. I'm not there for this because everything. First of all, I always used to tell I'm 45 years and it's not getting into my head. Then, then comes this problem of I always believe that it's engineering, and then engineering. It's very difficult for me to understand. So I'm not a technology freak. So I thought this is just not for me. But I always felt clearing PMP is a good thing for a management guy like me because I can improve processes. I need not be a pure technical guy. There are so many things to be as a CFO, like awarding the right contract, how to go about the contract. There are so many things that is in management. I always knew this after some time that PMP can help me, will help me. But to clear this, I was thinking how to do this. And my journey with you, what I like about you so much is, even though I wanted to quit, you don't allow me, and you will tell this is a one-to-one session until you clear PMP, then I will be behind you. And I was thinking, what the heck? And you are much younger than me. I was thinking, what is this person behind me for everything? And I am not able to do what I want because I am a person who does what I want always. And then you started giving me mocks. Oh my God. And I just couldn't analyze anything properly. But but I was tired. I can tell you, if it was any other course or any other person, I should have left this course, because that's the way I do my things. But in your case, somehow you push me. Even when exams got postponed, you will give me maybe 2 days time. Then you'll ask me, what's the update? How many mocks have you done? I used to scratch my head, and at that time I'm crazy for soccer. So I was this Euros was going on, European football was going on, and then I will see your text. Hey, how many mocks did you do today? Oh my God, this is not going to. But I used to do every day, even when the football matches was going on. I used to do 50 questions a day. And I can tell you, initially, if you see everything, after some time when I studied up, there was time when in a mock when I scored 91. There were times when I scored 86. There were times when I scored 75. There were times when I scored 35, 40, 50. But you were telling me that you are improving much better. Then we crossed 70. Then after some time of mock, when I was only scoring 38 to 50%, you told me after 2 weeks, your score will jump to 70 plus. And I don't know how that happens. And I scored 70 plus. And 70 plus was there for a long time. You can see the score. I used to send you this score sheet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that went for a long time. Then you started giving me some tough mocks, really tough mocks. And those tough mocks were really tough. Yesterday, last night, the prepcast, you were behind me, do prepcast. I was avoiding it. And finally, I was thinking, what the heck, let me do. And I failed. And that's why this morning I sent you this text. I don't know anything. If this is like this, I'm going to fail. I sent you this text in the morning.
yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
actually, what I lied to you is, I told you the exam is tomorrow.
Yes,
I never.
that's
No,
why
no,
I
no.
was pushing you to give the exam. This was I was telling my wife that like he sent me this message with this thing, and I am thinking the exam. Why I gave him? Because his exam is on 4th of August.
No, but I just wanted to do that is because I thought, you take more pressure than me that I should clear the exam. I know that very well, and that's the end of it. So I thought, let me don't give him any pressure, and then let me go write the exam. Anyway, I thought, to be really frank, a prepcast when I did last night, I thought it's done. I am not able to get through it because it was really tough. But when I reviewed the questions again, I was making simple errors. I thought I was making simple errors. But this idea of your mocks, doing it continuously, reviewing it continuously, is just an amazing. I have never, in my further studies, which I will be interacting with you for my risk management course, this mocks really helped me. To be really very frank, mocks was and you told me, don't just leave the mocks just like that. And what I did is, after reviewing everything, I used to make notes. This is a second
Lesson.
diary.
This is your lesson learned register.
Absolutely. So this diary is full of notes. So every
Yeah.
even if it is a wrong answer, or some answers, sometimes I should have given a guess. That answer, if it is correct, also I used to review it.
That
And
is
then
a very key thing. That's a very key thing that you review all the wrong answer as well as the right answer because that is very important in your PMP exam. Okay, please go ahead.
then sometimes what I do is, some mocks I used to fail. Not some, more than 75% of the mocks I failed. Uh, but then again, when you tell me that you are good enough to appear for the exam, at that point of time, it used to give me confidence. But then again, I write the next mock, I'm done. Again, you will tell you are good enough to write the exam. You book the center, then you tell me, why can't you do it online? Is the internet so poor in your place? I, all these things, but center was always in my mind to have that peaceful environment.
I am also actually for in your case I was specifically saying because for it was a long time and I wanted you to
No,
give
no,
the
no,
exam.
no.
Otherwise, I'm
That
always in a
is
favor of.
no, no. I understand. I understand. For you, it is a long time, but for me, it was not a long time. For me, I had to take it one step at a time. Uh, to be really very frank, I had to take it because I have always told you. Even now, I believe that, like an engineering guy, how he can grasp that, I won't be able to do it. Even today, I can tell you that with utmost confidence. But no. See, I should know my limitations. Then I can work on it. So
Okay, okay.
I had to do. You made me do how many mocks? More than 60 mocks? 60 mocks? Yeah,
Plan.
six
Yeah,
zero.
yeah, almost.
Yeah, yeah. I
There is
have
no,
all the mocks
there is
with
no
me.
more, there is more, no mock left actually in the market. Not a single mock because we started from January. Like we started doing mock in the end of February,
April.
I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. Feb. Feb.
February. We did velocity tech. Those remember those mocks
Yeah,
in which
yeah, yeah.
they were very difficult. Then we did prepcast. We did workday mocks. We did Friday. We did like all the mocks in the market. So coming to the mocks, I know it is very difficult for you to classify them. Especially you did so many. What do you think? Exam was near to which mocks?
See the exams. I can tell you on whatever I had. People should a little bit maybe should know about MTBI process. There were two questions for me on that. Two is nothing, but even then I'm telling you, don't people should not miss on that so that they can just have a. It's a simple question, drag and drop about MTBI. There were two questions. Then I had around 10 to 12 questions on cost. Costing is okay to an extent is easy because that was my area, so I know how to clear that. Then product, make sure the roles of product owner, make the roles of the project manager, development team, stakeholder. The questions are on them. The questions are on them. There is no questions on any drawing of network. There is a question on float, and in one of your mocks when I attempted for a float, the question on float, that question after when I was reviewing, I got it wrong. That question on float on your mock, I got it wrong. So that mock had a hint that on most of the PMP exam, the float answer will be zero. Uh, here,
That is amazing. That is amazing.
so that's the advantage of reviewing when you do wrong things. When if you review, they give you that hint. So here also I had a float question, and I put zero, and it was zero because I just calculated in the end because I completed. I had around 71 minutes remaining.
How many minutes?
71.
So that is going to be a record here. That is going to be, I guess, 71 minutes remaining. This means out of 230 minutes, you only utilized almost 160 minutes.
That's it.
Jikku, did you took the break?
No, I don't take break.
Not break, not any break.
Break will live. My momentum will go
Okay,
because because
everyone is different. So
different.
you had a
Yeah, for me. No,
for you.
I needed that momentum to go because when in that I could feel that things are going right. I could feel it because that many amount of mocks, some kind of questions will have some kind of a relationship. Otherwise, what kind of mocks are they?
Of
And
course.
I can tell you around 20 questions directly from the mock. It was there.
Which mock?
That God knows. But it was there. I didn't do any elimination technique. I just went with the answer that because I have done that mock around 3 4 times, so
Yeah,
I knew.
yeah, yeah.
So I knew.
I
So for
have to
me
tell
to
this.
get
I have to
so
tell
first,
now. I am waiting for your score line. So do go to PMI Prometic Center site. I will tell you after this,
uh,
and like to see that green line because you break the record of Ishtiaq. Ishtiaq actually cleared exam 50 minutes before, and he said, "Oh, that it's a record for your students." Now you break even his record. You cleared it even 71 minutes before.
no, even the one which I failed, I finished it off in 2 hours.
Jikku,
Because
your English is very good. The thing is that even living in India, you speak English because you can't speak Hindi, and even in Canada and France, you were speaking English, right? So
yeah, yeah.
that gives you an additive advantage. Plus, you are a finance guy, so for you, the tough language is not tough. The tough
Mm-hmm.
language is not tough. So maybe, but for other people who are watching, so we are like 30 people that are watching at different platforms. Please slow down.
Now, coach, there's a small thing I want to correct. Yeah, as you told, language naturally, but in doing an exam, I think under your guidance, language is secondary. I
Thank,
believe
thank.
if you coach me to pass this exam, And whatever the your what do you call the coaching sessions at night, the next day morning because I can't sit till 10:30, I sleep off. So that's why
When
I
you
don't
wake
come
up
on
actually? When you wake up?
4:30.
Yeah,
4:30.
because today I saw your message. It was early, very early morning,
Yeah,
and
because I
no,
usually sleep at around 8:30. During PMP time it's 9:30. So
yeah, that's why you were never in the coaching calls because coaching calls starts at
no,
10:30.
but I watch every coaching calls of yours. Even the last YouTube coaching calls I watched.
So
Uh,
coaching calls were helpful.
oh
What do you think?
my god! The especially when someone makes a mistake, the way you explain it, I simply love it. And even everyone, and in between, that's why I asked you. I felt sometimes coach have sitting together in a class is much more value added for me than this one to one.
Yeah, I totally understand this thing. And most of the time for new students, like whenever anyone call me regarding, I received like 7 calls today for, and if people say that we want to come to one, I always push them towards this if they can. You see, the most of the time problem with the executives like you, the senior people like you, if you are working, you cannot come to the batch program. Batch program has a fixed timing, all that.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
batch program starts at 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So
Oh,
you sleep
fuck.
at how can you join it? So
No, no, no. See, I can't do that. I need if I have a coach, the coach should be besides me. He should guide me.
yeah,
Otherwise, I'll fail. I know it
yeah,
very
yeah.
well because I know
That
my
is true.
limitations. I know who I am. And for me to guide, I need a person right next to me. Otherwise, it's difficult for me. And I don't want, I never wanted to fail this exam because, I have almost around 5, 6 professional degrees with me. And this was the most toughest. Why? Because I'll simply tell you. When I did my MBA finance and when I did my MBA in general management, the other two diplomas are in accounting and international financial standards. They're all part of my. They are all part of my experience. I was a commerce graduate, so it is one step. You are improving, improving, and coming. Suddenly came this PMP. This is nowhere related with for Greek and Latin for me. Well, I was thinking, what is this? Well, you know very well the conversations whenever, and I like the way you scolded me sometimes. And one of the time on a revision test, when you asked me the Agile Manifesto, I didn't say anything, and you told me I didn't expect all these things from you. I was kind of, this is the first time I'm hearing after my school days all these things. Uh, and you were really tough on me initially. It was difficult for me to digest because see, we have to get used to that. Dad was very strict with me and I was used to that. Even now he's strict with me, but suddenly when someone who is
Younger than you.
yeah, but what made me to sit calm and quiet is because I know you are much knowledgeable than me, so it's not by just age. So there I kept quiet, otherwise maybe it should have led into an argument. But uh, because you know very well, in the month of April, I told you I'm quitting. I have all the WhatsApp message. So I told I am done with this. I will just go write the exam. If I pass, I pass. If I fail, I fail. The earth is not going to fall for me.
Yeah,
That
I
was, yeah,
remember.
yeah.
I remember.
Your
You
coach,
were like
your
frustrated. I'm done.
yeah.
I'm done.
No, because
I'm
I don't know
tired.
any journey. I don't know suddenly how to when who should validate the scope. Why should you validate it? Why should you control something? If that is, so these kind of things were really confusing me. But the way you helped me go through the journeys, I think that was kind of an eye opening for me. For me, it was really tough. I can tell you, PMP is tough because very tough exam. MBA, even today, tomorrow, I can go do my exam. I'll clear. But PMP is tough. PMP is tough, really, because you understand, MBA is direct questions. What is? Or you just give a solution of an accounting formula, then you complete the balance sheet or try the profit and loss account, and then submit the answer. But to choose sometimes three or two right answer or none of the above. I had around 5, 6 none of the above answers. That's confusing. And your mind is not tuned, especially mind is not tuned to choose an answer that is none of the above.
Yeah, that is true. That is so much true
For me,
about
see, I am talking on my behalf. There are intelligent people who will do it.
no, that
As
that's a great feedback. Many times people ask me, how do you rate with MB and PMP? I never have an answer because I never did PMP. Now, whenever people say, I'll cut this clip and I'll put it, this is a guy who did MBA. Now hear him, what he is saying. So that can give a great answer. Okay, Jiku. Now, Jiku, you have watched almost all the journeys. My final question to you. What one advice in 1 minute, not much, you will give to all future PMP aspirant what they should do?
See, you need a coach. It's as simple as it is. Yeah, on my experience teaches me that I need a coach. Otherwise, this would not have been possible. It's not possible. Because why? Because if I make a mistake, and then if there is no one to see, I can go to a textual explanation why that is wrong. But when a coach tells me the other aspects in a real world experience why it is wrong, it catches into your head. Because
That is
that is almost your question hour sessions every night, right? You tell them, put it in context, and that's very important. Otherwise, for me, if I should not have put it anything in context, again I should have been sitting in front of you for the next mock exam.
thank you, Jiku. Thank you very
No, a
much.
coach
And
is needed. A coach is needed, and I want after a week break, we should start the risk man. I want it.
sure, sure, sure. I would say 2 weeks break. You earned it. You earned it. And actually, today PMI also made RMP online. I know you are not gonna take online, never.
No, no,
And
no.
and plus for RMP, I would never recommend because RMP is now in more of a beta type version. They are checking how the people will do. So never online. If you can, for everyone else, if you can
For
give exam,
me, my next all courses like this after risk, I'm going with business analyst. My coach will be you.
yeah,
My only sad thing is I'm not able to meet you physically, but one day I'll make sure I will meet you in person.
sure, sure, sure.
Yeah,
I will come to Canada or India, or you will come to Pakistan. It is
yeah,
possible.
I will.
Okay, okay,
I just
guys.
want to meet you.
Thank you,
And thank
thank
you
you.
so
So,
much. Thank you so much, coach.
thank
You are kind of a messenger for PMP aspirants, and you did a wonderful job for me. You had so much of patience, which I don't have. If I was the coach, I should have told you, okay, you fail. You go write what you want. But you are not a person who just takes the money and keep quiet and tell, oh, do whatever you want. 8 months you were behind me. 8 months. It's not a small time for a coaching person. Everyone will stop at that 30 or 40 or 3 months or whatever time is, then they stop. But you are not, and I really appreciate that. And it's a lesson for me that I will treat wherever I work tomorrow. I will treat people the same way as you treated me, and I'll try to help whoever it is. And after some time, maybe you should also make a platform of all people who have passed PMP, whether I have contacts in Dubai, different parts of the world, and then if people want to find jobs, let's make it a family.
yeah,
Let's not with this, yeah, not with this PMP. Stop it. Let's grow together.
that's a very
It's a
good
beautiful
idea.
journey.
That's a
Yeah,
very good
you
idea.
should.
Like
Yeah,
we have people all around the globe. Like my,
absolutely.
you have seen my audience. My audience
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Africa,
yeah. From
Africa, Canada,
absolutely.
US, India.
Mm.
So yeah, we can work on that.
Yeah,
Maybe
you should. We should. We
maybe
should.
Hassan just joined. He said congrats. Hassan Rohit is
No,
from
thank you so much.
Germany. Germany. Radesh is saying congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Shivani
you so much.
and your favorite, everyone's favorite, Akil is saying congratulations, and he's also smiling. Okay, okay. Thank you, Jikku. Thank you very much. Now take
Thank
a
you.
break.
Bye bye.
Then we will
Yeah,
work on RMP. Bye bye.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And don't